playing in their first game in 22 days, the number 5 seed Point Pleasant Big Blacks had home field advantage for their opening round playoff game against the Jefferson Cougars. The Big Blacks' rust after a long break between games was noticeable early, as penalties and sloppy play hurt the Big Blacks. Despite the mental mistakes, a Cody Mitchell 50-yard catch and run from Aden Yates put the Big Blacks up 7-0 halfway through the first quarter. With a minute 10 left in the first quarter, however, Mitchell ran off the field clutching his left shoulder. After getting treatment on the sidelines, the training crew took him into the locker room. Mitchell would return with his left arm in a sling and would not return to the game. What is being called a collarbone injury, Mitchell received x-rays at the hospital after the game, and his status for next week is unknown. At the end of the first quarter, the Big Blacks had a 7-0 lead. Any rust that Point Pleasant had in the first quarter was not visible in the second. Without the penalties, Point Pleasant moved the ball better on offense and scored 2 touchdowns in the second quarter. That Big Black defense that averaged 5.2 points per game all season was dominant once again. Jefferson was unable to handle Point Pleasant's pressure as the Big Blacks had 4 of their 7 sacks in the first half. The Big Blacks headed into the locker room with a 21-0 lead. Jefferson did all they could to come back in the second half, but Point Pleasant proved to be too much for the Cougars, and the Big Blacks held on for the 38-20 victory. Despite the loss, Andrew King racked up 358 yards in the air and 3 touchdowns. And for Point Pleasant, Aden Yates had a big game with 242 yards passing and 4 touchdowns. With the victory, the Big Blacks will face the winner of the Martinsburg Bug-Upshar game. And while you're on the internet, head over to woub.org/sports/gridiron to vote for the Gridiron Glory Player of the Year. Voting ends Wednesday, November 19th at noon. For Gridiron Glory, I'm Clay Benjamin.